What's up guys, it's Lanky Progress, week 41. I'm at 192.5 pounds this week. I've been consuming 5,000 calories every day this week except for one. I got in 4,500. 3 of the days this week I managed to get in 6,000 calories. So there's definitely a reason that I'm seeing that 192.5. This week I decided I'm not going to do poses and I'm not going to do the normal progress video. I'm going to actually take you guys on an H.I.T. chest and shoulder day. Keep in mind that I was sore when I went into this, so from the previous chest and shoulder day, just a few days before. So I'm going to be going really light on the weight, and I might end up doing a little less reps than I thought. Also keep in mind that I don't like to let the filming affect my workout, so you're not going to see every single set and you're not going to see every single rep. So please don't pay attention to the numbers of what I'm doing in this video. This is just a video to take you guys on a workout with me and show you guys exactly what I do, and you guys can kind of get my insight on everything that I do. So with that, let's do this. So first, what I like to do is I like to warm up my rotator cuffs on any day that I'm going to be using my arms, shoulders in any way at all. If I'm going to be doing a back bicep tricep day, I'm going to be stretching my rotator. I'm going to be warming up my rotator cuffs. Now I've done a whole bunch of different shoulder warm-ups over the years. When I used to lift weights, I wouldn't do them, and I would have shoulder problems all the time. And I would try doing different shoulder stretches, different rotator cuff stretches and warm-ups, but I don't know, they never ended up doing anything. For some reason, this one right here just hits my rotator cuff perfectly, and I've yet to have any shoulder problems doing this entire Lanky Progress thing. All these 40 weeks, I've had no shoulder problems. No, I take that back. I've had shoulder issues one time during this Lanky Progress thing. But I feel like that's pretty good considering the amount of weight I've been putting up and how much I've been working out. This always takes forever, and I figured I'd put this in the video because you can kind of experience what people see in my gym. People always sit and look at me while I do this because sometimes I'll do it up to 5 minutes. I'll even put in my headphones and I'll start jamming out. It doesn't even matter to me. So right here, I'm going to move to the vertical part of this, and we're just going to bring the weight up. Boop, boop. Now, you might want to move down to a 2.5 pound for this. I'm using a 5 pound here because I do this all the time, so I'm used to doing it. This might be painful for some. If your shoulder already has a pre-existing problem, then this is definitely going to highlight it, and you're going to feel some pain. So the next thing I do for my rotator cuff warm-up is I just simply do some raises. I just raise the 5 pound weight on my side, maybe about 6 to 8 times, somewhere in there. I'll do little circles like this. Maybe raise it up once more. It all depends on how I feel. The whole entire rotator cuff warm-up thing. I don't pay attention to numbers or anything like that. I just do things until I feel loose and my shoulder feels good. So now we're done with the warm-up. We're gonna move to our first exercise. This particular day, there's a bunch of butt heads on all the benches. So I had to do isolateral machines. This is just the plain isolateral machine. This kind of simulates a bench press. Not really, because you end up pivoting up just a little bit. So you're kind of doing a little bit of an incline movement. Right here, I'm just doing 25s, and I'm probably gonna end up getting out, I think I ended up getting out about 25 or 30 reps here. And that was, in my opinion, a lot. It was a little bit too much for an HIT day. So I went ahead and put on the 35s. Now in this movement, just like any chest press, I like to bring my hands in my head. You push your hands in at the end of the movement. Boom. Push your hands in just a little bit and you squeeze your chest right there. Squeeze the chest. Squeeze the chest. I also go really wide on that machine because I have super long arms, and that's just how it works for me. So I really like to go wide on it. Let's see, on this machine here, this is I call it the incline isolateral because you're basically simulating an incline bench press. On this machine, I also go wide again because I don't want to use it too much tricep. I really want to use my chest and a little bit of my shoulders. And also on this machine, I really like to squeeze at the top. Squeeze right there. This is the second set that I'm doing, but as you can see, I put on 2 10s because I was extremely burnt out because I was still sore from the previous chest day. I really like to make sure that my elbows stay back and not come forward, because when they start coming forward, you really start doing some weird things with your shoulders. And we're about to burn out. Oh, that's it. So now we're moving on to what I call the decline isolateral machine. You can call it what you want. I call it the decline because it pretty much simulates a decline press. And again on this one, you're going to start out wide and you want to squeeze in with your chest. Squeeze, squeeze, and squeeze right there, right at the top of the rep. It's almost, you almost bring you're bringing your hands closer together in your imagination. You're not actually going to be able to do it, of course. Now this machine, for some reason, I can put on a ton of weight. I don't know why. This particular situation, it's an H.I.T day, so I just put on 145 on each side. But on some days I can get 245s on there, or maybe even 245s and a 25 if I'm lucky. Last one. So now we're gonna move on to flies. I just put this on 25, that's it. Try and keep it pretty light for an H.I.T day. Now, what I'm going to start out by doing, I believe on this one, I'm actually doing a really funky movement here. What I'm trying to do is keep my arms straight and perfectly out to my sides and in line with my shoulders, and bring them in for a nice fly movement. Bring your hands together and then squeeze your chest. Right there, you squeeze your chest. Now you're going to see me, I'm starting to fatigue here, so look at the weird stuff my arms are doing. This is what you're not supposed to do. Right there. You can start pivoting at your elbows and you kind of start doing a bicep movement right there. That was a really bad one. Big legs though. Oh, these are so bad. This is why you film yourself, folks, because if you film yourself, you're going to be able to correct yourself and you're going to be able to see your flaws, what you're doing wrong. I'm definitely seeing some stuff going wrong here. So what I like to do when I do flies is I like to follow Mike Rashid, and he does push-ups right after his flies, and this will kill you. You can get out, you can't get out barely anything. I got what, 6 there, if that. Yeah. So we're gonna keep going with this fly movement, and we're gonna stay completely level with our shoulders still. Now this one I'm doing a lot better. I'm keeping my arms straight. You'll notice I'm not pivoting at my elbows. There we go. And you want to squeeze with that chest right there. So what I like to do is, after I'm done doing that movement where it's a real actual fly, I'll move to kind of a push fly right here. See this? I'm pushing forward. It's more of like it's a push, it's a press almost. And I'm not bringing my hands together, you'll see. They come together just a little bit, but not a whole bunch. I really like to burn out with this. Hate on it if you will. This is how I like to do flies. It burns me out really nicely. Let's see, up next, we are going to bring the arms of the fly machine down so we can hit a little bit of a kind of an incline movement. We're gonna bring, oh, there's Will. There, Will. So we're gonna bring it down to the number 10. That's what I'm using in this particular situation. Now, when I do this, I do keep my arms bent just a little bit, because on the incline movement, for some reason, when I bring my arms up on a fly, it kind of plays with my shoulders in a strange way. I don't quite know why, but it does. So I kind of keep my arms bent just a little bit. Now I'm crossing up my arms as I do this to get I can get a full squeeze out of my chest. I can fully squeeze my chest together because I'm passing my arms over each other. I want to say in the next shot, we're most likely going to see me passing my hands over each other. You can kind of see it right here, but not really. Starting to fatigue. Now, if any of you guys are doing anything wrong on the fly machine, you really shouldn't feel bad. I suggest filming yourself because then you can see it, but it's really hard to get a good fly down. So right here, we're gonna see me passing my hands over each other. There we go. You just X them up. And you wanna make sure and alternate which hand goes over which hand. You change it every single time. Left hand goes over right hand goes over left hand, vice versa. Yeah, a fly machine is particularly hard machine to get down, and if you don't have any chest development like I didn't in the beginning, I'm not saying I have a giant chest now, but if you don't have a chest and you don't have any muscles up there, it's really hard to tell what you're doing exactly. So yet again, we're gonna move down and do some push-ups. Burn out. I want to say this is gonna be it for me on chest. And no. So, after your chest workout, always stretch your chest. I always stretch mine. On me particularly, I get a really tight chest because I have not done a lot of chest exercises in all my years. So I'm really diving into this, and I've been doing a lot of chest in these 40 weeks, and I get really sore. Also, on this particular day, I was already sore from a chest day, so it's really necessary that I stretched. What I like to do is just simply bring your hand just slightly above your shoulder, pivot forward on the wall, and just sit there for a while. And make sure you can feel your pec actually stretching. If need be, you can pivot your body just a little bit up or down, forwards, backwards, whatever you need to do to get that nice burn, that nice stretch. This is literally going to feel like another rep because I literally start stretching right after I get off the fly machine. And this will burn, this will hurt, but it's a good burn. It feels really good actually after you're done with it. Now, whenever I'm done stretching anything in my arms, like if I'm stretching my hand above my head, if I'm doing this particular, this chest movement right here, this chest stretch, what I like to do is you'll see me kind of bring my arm down out of the stretch really, really slowly. I don't like to sit there and put a lot of pressure on my shoulder and stretch and then just flop my arm down really fast. It seems really silly, but I've hurt my shoulder before doing that. I actually had a pop happen when I brought my shoulder down. And that may have meant that I was doing the stretch wrong, but I just always use it as a precautionary action now. I always bring my arm down slowly after stretching anything in my arm, whether it be lat, anything, chest. So you see me just do it right there. I did it really slow. I came out of the stretch and kind of sat there for a second. So this one, all we're doing is we're going to put our hand just a little bit above your waist. Depending upon your size, it's going to change. That right side stretch that I just did, I believe I got a good stretch in. Now this one I don't think is happening for me. So you're going to see me reposition my hand just now. I'm pivoting my body just a little bit, going up and down. And that was to adjust to get just the right stretch. And I'm also going to go longer on this one because I like to feel the stretch. I count up to 20. I go 20 seconds. But if I haven't felt the stretch happen, I'll go just a little bit longer. Now, it's shoulder time. So right here, I started off with 20-pound dumbbells. We're just gonna do some front raises. Now, I don't know why I do this, but when I do front raises, you can see my knees. They've got they go down, up, and up, and up. For some reason, I don't know why I do that. I think it helps me keep my rhythm. It's a weird habit. I don't feel like that little pivot is enough in my knee to help me, and so nobody can really give me crap that's, I don't know, I'm giving myself a self spot or anything. I feel like on these front raises, I've come a far way. When I used to do these, I used to be one of those guys that would swing the weight up and use a lot of other muscles besides my shoulder muscles to get it up. I'm sure you guys have seen those guys, the ones that sit there and swing the weights up and use momentum. I try and keep a really straight arm, slow paced front raise. Right here I'm kind of burning out. And so this is an HIT day, so I've got everything right there that I need. Some HIT days I kind of slack off and go a little bit slow, but this particular day I decided to really kill it. So now we're going to burn out our front raise. We're going to burn out on front raises with just two simple 10-pound weights. And what I like to do is put the little handles right next to each other so you can pass your fingers through them and grip them, because you have two of them. They can slip out of your hand. It seems stupid, but it works really well. So we're just going to sit here and burn out with these. This is killing me by now. I can tell by my face. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Stupid pump. Stupid pump. There we go. Now we're just going to drop one. Now this 10-pound one is going to seem really easy. It's going to seem like lifting nothing. But give it just a few reps and it will kill you. Now normally on a strength day, I'm doing a 45 plate like that guy over on the left. I love doing those. But you can burn out with a 10-pound weight just as well. So now we're going to move on to lateral raises. Now I grabbed 20-pound weights for this, and you can see by my face and the way my body's moving, that was not the right thing to do. So we're going to go ahead and grab the 10-pound weights, because those 20 pounds were way too heavy. And now you can see everything on me is just moving a lot better. The arm movement is better. Everything's moving a lot smoother. I'm not pivoting at my elbows like I was. And come on. That's it. Now to burn out for the lateral raises, we're going to grab a barbell and we're going to keep it as close to our stomach as possible and bring it up until our elbows come to the same height as our shoulders. And this is going to be burning out right after that lateral raise. We're going to be hitting our mid-deltoids. This is a really hard exercise after you've done the lateral raises. It seems easy, but it's not. Now, don't use your biceps. Don't do that. You really want to really try and concentrate on your elbows coming up to where your shoulders are. Don't do a bicep movement and curl, basically. It's really strange. It's hard not to use your biceps on that exercise. And you want to keep your arms really far out also with that barbell. So here, I'm going to start doing rear deltoids. This particular exercise on rear deltoids, I'd really like to use this rope exercise as a burnout after the deltoid machine, but unfortunately people always tend to snag these cable machines. I don't know why, it's really weird. People really territorial over the cable machines. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this first and then move to the rear deltoid machine. On this movement right here, really concentrate on not using your lower back. Right here, I'm doing pretty good. Towards these last ones, yeah, I'm going to start probably pivoting my lower back a little bit. Oh, not too bad. That's not bad. So I did most likely 3 sets of those, and then I'm going to move over to this machine right here, the rear deltoid machine. This machine right here, a lot of people do some really, really weird things I see. You want to concentrate on not pivoting at your elbows. Try your best not to pivot your elbows. And try and concentrate on bringing your elbows back to where your shoulders are as opposed to your entire arm. Because when you start paying attention to your entire arm, you do these weird, it's like a tricep extension people do on this machine. It's really strange. And you can see right there, the elbows are coming back to my shoulders. Coming back to my shoulders. Well, now I'm burning out. But you want to try and keep you don't want to keep your elbows straight, you just want to keep them locked, that's all. And you also want to make sure that your hands and your elbows are at the same height as your shoulders. A lot of people sit really weird on that machine. So now, we're moving on to traps, the very last exercise. Right here, you're going to see me do something kind of weird. I'm going to do my little timing movement. I like to do this with squats as well. Just make sure that everything is, moving in time and it's all coordinated. So normally I can put all sorts of weight on this machine. I've gotten up to 5 plates on this machine before, but it's HIT day, so we're just going to do 2 plates for this. I've seen myself on film before use my legs a little bit on this machine. You want to stay away from doing that. If you're using your legs, lower the weight. And we're just about to finish the shoulder workout. Burning out. Almost. Oh. Gotta get those traps in. Yeah. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a little bit of time to make, a lot of effort. The editing on this was pretty hard, but I had a lot of fun making it, so I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any other days that you guys would like me to bring my camera along, or if there's any questions you guys have. Write it in the comments. Anything. Doesn't matter. Well, except for what I'm eating, because I'm just not going to post that video. I eat so dirty, it's embarrassing. So thank you guys. And thank you guys for all your motivating comments. Thank you for all the subscribes. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the follows on Instagram. Everything. I'm going to see you guys next week. Hopefully I'll be posting some other videos before then. Maybe a pre-workout review or something like that. Maybe another workout day. Again, comment away. Thank you guys so much.